What's up all you Xenomorph 11 dudes and dudettes, ToyShiz here, and I'm back again to give you guys another fresh look, and today we're totally going to be checking out the brand new Walmart exclusive line, the Lanard Alien series, and we're going to be checking out the Queen alien, the big old purple Queen alien that everyone seems to be after. It is a glorious figure, and I can't say enough nice things about it. 12 inches tall, and again, only at Walmart. And let me just say, before we get into it, the box art on these figures are phenomenal. I've actually cut up the boxes themselves and saved all this artwork. But just even on the sides, talking about what the figure does, it's just very cool. You can see a lot of time was spent. It's very, very eye-catching. And it's just something to behold. On the back of the box, you got really nice photos, 12 inches, 20 points of articulation, jaw chomping. You get little alien tidbits here and there with previous Xenomorphs. And, I love that slogan, prepare yourself, the universe trembles. And on the side, just even more glorious artwork. So let's get her open. Let's see how she works with other figures. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a cup of coffee. This is the brand new Lanard Toys Walmart exclusive Alien Queen. And tremble you will, because this sucker is huge. And yeah, she is this really cool, sleek purple. And she's very, very eye-catching, I will say. But not only is she purple, she's got this really nice element of blue. And it melds well with her silver teeth and the little mini mouth inside. And it just really shows the detail of this sculpt. You can see a lot of love went into this. Her tail is detachable, and it has this really nice fade of purple into this metallic blue. It's a very nice, interesting, eye-catching color. We're used to a lot of the Kenner stuff, and of course the NECA stuff being either, very colorful or spawn onto the movies. This is just something different. I like that they went this route. It's a little bit more for kids. You're dealing with a rated R movie here, but kids can appreciate this. It's a fun purple monster, and kids can be okay with that. You're not going to be, I wouldn't say too afraid of it. I mean, technically, if you spray painted this thing black, yeah, you might be. But it's just the sculpt itself, the just all the bits flying off this guy. It's just so incredibly awesome. And for being a $20 figure, the amount of detail, the articulation, it's just very cool. I am so stoked that in this day and age to be getting a kids line of alien figures. It's not, since the days of Kenner, you haven't really seen this. The head sculpt alone, it's huge, it's massive, it's so unbelievably detailed. And of course on the back is where you go ahead and you pop the tail in. And if you want to remove the tail, you can later on. It's just a little, you have to work it just a little bit to get it off again. And maybe for display purposes, it does make her very, very long. But let's go ahead, let's take a look at the articulation, how the jaw moves, and then we'll pair her up with past Kenner action figures. To go over the articulation on this Queen, the head will rotate back and forth, and the jaw actually moves up and down, which you can manually do. When you drop it down, and of course, when you push on the back of her head, then her little second mouth will shoot out, and that's actually pretty cool. So while you can say that she technically has a ball-jointed head, it's really just to activate this mechanism, and I think that works fantastic. Like I already said, the sculpt is fantastic. The arms are on a ball joint. They'll go up and down, and you get a nice range of motion out of them. She does have swivel at the elbow and single jointed elbows, which work, and that's it. Nothing at the wrists, unfortunately. Her little double arms right here are on a ball, and they'll just go up and down just like that. So I'm glad that there's articulation there. They are a little bit more gummy and they work with you, but they look good regardless. The legs just go up and down. There's nothing at the knees, unfortunately. There are ball-jointed feet. They don't necessarily go to the side all that much, but they do keep her very sturdy, and she does have, technically, peg holes on the bottom of the feet. That's just where the package kept her in. If you go ahead and push the tail all the way in, if you do push it all the way in, which I've done, you can still actually remove it. It just takes a little bit of elbow grease to get it out, but the tail does spin, and it rotates at the tip of the tail as well. So pretty great articulation for this Queen, especially for the $20 price point. But let's go ahead and look at how she stacks up with past Alien figures. And of course, here she is lined up with the other Lanard Alien sets, blue and red, which I previously did a fresh look on, and she matches up really well. I like the colors that they're doing. It's very fun, it's eye-catching for children. It makes it less scary. If you were to paint these figures black, you would have a completely different thing. I will tell you though, if Lanard wants to do that, please definitely do that. And here she is with the human figures. Now, the human figures that we looked at previously, the Weyland-Yutani spaceman soldier guy, he will work with the Kenners, but the actual soldier guy, he's entirely too small. And while they created a whole new sense of scaling here, these all go together if you want to, but it's really with the old Kenner stuff does this Queen shine. And I have actually likened this to more of a King Alien, and I'll show you in just a second how she pairs up with the past Kenner Queen Alien. But this thing is huge, and from past Xenomorphs and artwork and designs over the years, yeah, you could really put this in and call it a quote-unquote King Alien if you wanted to. This thing is enormous, but it is so much fun to scale it with the old Kenner action figures, and with the vehicles, the figures themselves, it just looks awesome on your shelf. Again, here she is with the previous Kenner Queen Alien. This, of course, comes with the Hive playset, and this new 12-inch just dwarfs her in size. The Queen still fits with the original Kenner line, but this new Queen Alien just adds a little something. It's almost something out of like Predator versus Alien, that sort of movie in the Antarctic. And here she is with the Flying Queen and the original Queen from the Kenner line that was a little bit of an artistic take. It wasn't exactly the Hive playset Queen, but again, to see all the different variances of Queens over the years, it's actually a lot of fun. But like I said, if you really wanted to fudge it and say, hey, you know what, this is a King Alien, yeah, I would say that this works. And here she is with the previous Kenner King Alien. And of course, the sizing is really just up to you, I guess. But my poor King Alien, I definitely need a new one of this guy. His poor little mandibles are all broken off at this point. To match it up with the NECA, the recent new releases of the old Kenner stuff that NECA's doing, it fits in well. And here she is with the Hasbro Call figure from Alien Resurrection, and she will fit just as easily as the other ones. It's just a different type of scaling, of course. Being that she's so big, though, she works with a lot of different toys. And, of course, I would say that Ripley's definitely going to need a bigger power loader after the size of this Queen, but yes, still, I would say that with the size of this 12-inch Queen and the original Kenner power loader, it just looks fun. You have this giant, huge, menacing Queen going after Ripley in the power loader. It'll just look cool, and that's what I like most about these Lanard toys, is that it's just something different. It doesn't detract in any way, but it just adds to your collection. And one last comparison is the new Mega Bloks, basically Lego-ish type Xenomorphs. This is the egg that's filled with goo, and these two little Xenomorphs and facehuggers, you can't go wrong. But essentially, if you really wanted to get it, it's a giant alien egg, and it will match up magnificently with this Queen Alien. So that is going to wrap it up for my new Lanard Toys fresh look at their Alien Queen. You can find them now at Walmart stores. They should be hitting relatively hard. It was a little bit few and far between to start off January, but I think a lot more people are finding them now, including myself. I highly recommend this. If you're an Alien fan, it's a must-have. If you're kind of on the fence, or if you like the Jurassic Park line, or you're more into monsters, King Kong, something like that, I still think you're going to have a great time. If you're not an Alien fan, yeah, this is probably not for you. But for all those Xenomorph fanatics, much like myself out there, you have to get this figure. And at 20 bucks, you cannot go wrong. But I am curious to know what you guys think about this Alien Queen. Will you be adding it to your collections? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything H.R. Geiger's Xenomorph. I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember that in space, no one can hear you scream. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.